It's time to remove quit from your vocabulary. Welcome to McBain Moments. Before we get started, as always, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the manor. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. We are on the road to 13 million subscribers, one subscription at a time. So make sure you subscribe. It's time to remove quit from your vocabulary, folks. It's not going to serve you anymore. Now, I posted that on my Facebook and my Twitter, and I got a couple of jokes from friends, including other streamers or YouTubers, saying, the things that they did quit that they should quit, things like smoking or drinking or biting their nails or things of that nature, and that's all cool. But what I mean is I'm not talking about getting rid of bad habits. Even saying that you're quitting that is not so good, because if you quit something, it means you can pick it back up again. You have to make the conscious decision to no longer indulge bad habits. And yeah, you're technically quitting, but at the same time it's different because you are actively engaged in not doing the thing. Whereas quitting something is being just not engaged in doing a thing. And there's a vital difference between those two things. But the important thing is that to not get too in depth on the peculiarities of those two ideas, you need to remove quit from your vocabulary. You just have to. And the reason why is because when you can quit, you can just not do things. And you can just allow your life to atrophy into nothing. And then what do you have left? You've got nothing. It's a catastrophe. You've got, if you just sit there and you decide, I'm going to quit dealing with all of the things that I don't want to deal with, and then that means you don't go to work anymore, and you don't have to deal with finding anything decent to eat, and you don't have to deal with paying rent, except then you lose your home, and maybe you stop making your car payments, so then your car goes away. And see, all of that stems from the same idea that you've decided to quit trying harder. You've decided to quit making your life better. And that's what quit really means. When you quit doing something, it means that you are no longer going to strive toward a specific goal. Not break a habit. You stop striving toward a goal. So really, the idea of breaking a habit is not quitting the habit. It's you are striving toward the goal of getting rid of a bad habit and then creating a better habit. For instance, what's a bad habit? Well, generally speaking, getting up at whatever time you decide to wake up is a pretty bad habit. Why? Because you can't put your day together correctly if you're not on some sort of a schedule. And so, I'll admit that this is a problem I have. I'm on a schedule 5 days a week, but the other two I just let things go, and boy, aren't my weekends just not organized. And so I end up very frustrated, and so that's something that I need to work on, and to do that, I've decided that I'm going to try getting up at 6 o'clock 7 days a week instead of only 5. See, I'm breaking a bad habit of letting myself oversleep. And that screws up your sleep schedule for the whole next week because you're not on anything consistent. You're not tired when you should be, so you're not going to bed when you should be, so you can't get up when you should be. You need to remove the negative factors in your life that prevent you from striving toward the goal that you can reach. Because any goal you set for yourself, you can go out and get. And when you quit, you're simply saying, you know what, I can't be bothered to make myself better. That's all it is. I can't be bothered to take my responsibility seriously. And that type of abdication, of responsibility is quite possibly the worst thing anyone can do. Because not only do you abdicate responsibility that you should be taking on, you're setting an example for other people, saying that, hey, somehow that person abdicated responsibility and they're doing okay, so why should I have to do anything? But the problem is they may not see the underlying things that are happening that are breaking down in your life because you've only abdicated responsibility recently, and so things are still going pretty good. They don't see the downward slope. It's just going to drop off a cliff, and so they've gone that far, and by the time they see you drop off the cliff, they're already too far gone. They can't get out of the black hole that you've all formed for yourselves. And so you need to look yourself in the mirror and say, if there's something you do have to stop, if there is a goal you've decided that is no longer something you are aiming for, have a reason for it. And I'm not talking stupid goals like, my goal is to lay on a beach all day and drink margaritas, because that's a pretty dumb goal. You're going to do that for 2 weeks, and you're going to be so bored out of your skull, you're going to take a hammer to your lawn chair because you just want to see something different happen. Meaningful goals. Do something meaningful. Find something that will bring meaning to your life and aim for it. And it doesn't matter if it's too difficult to reach in your lifetime, as long as you keep striving toward it. And there's some wisdom in striving towards something you literally cannot reach. Because at some point you might find out that, oh hey, I actually could reach that goal. It may take you 20 years, but that's okay. And so, it's time in 2020, I want you to look yourself in the mirror and say, the word quit is no longer in my vocabulary. Go do it. Be the best you can be. Be better than the best you can be. Strive for better. Because when you strive for better, and I strive for better, and they strive for better, and he strives for better, and she strives for better, the whole world gets better. But the world doesn't get better by waiting for other people to make it better for you. You have to make it better by making things better for yourself. Go out there and make things better for yourself, because when you make things better for yourself, it's going to encourage other people to go out and make things better for themselves. Because if that person can do it, why can't you? Of course you can. And maybe it's something horrible. Maybe you should go ask them for advice. And most people are pretty damn good about giving advice. So there you go. Make 2020 the year you make yourself better. And remove quit from your dictionary. That's all I got. This has been a McBain moment.